At sunrise, one of Africa's strongest giants begins another painful day covered in hundreds of hungry ticks. These tiny parasites feed on the rhino's blood every single day, weakening it little by little.
It shakes with all its strength. Stubborn parasites refuse to let go.
Even scraping against rough tree bark cannot remove the hundreds of blood-sucking invaders. Every bite quotation, making every moment more exhausting than the last. Despite its enormous strength, the giant grows weaker under the constant attack. Out here, there is no one to help the giant escape its invisible enemies. A quiet drink cannot bring relief from the relentless parasites. The growing irritation begins attracting even more insects to the exhausted animal. Finally, the giant gives up searching for relief and simply rests beneath the tree. High above, a group of tiny birds begins searching for their next meal. One sharp-eyed bird notices something unusual far below on the lonely giant. Instead of rushing in, the birds quietly observe from a safe distance. From their perch, the birds recognize a rare opportunity hidden beneath the giant's thick skin. One fearless bird finally makes its decision and flies toward the giant. From there, the tiny bird lands softly on the giant's horn, testing whether it is truly safe. Every tiny step is filled with caution as the bird approaches the sea of parasites. The bird quickly discovers hundreds of ticks hiding around the rhino's sensitive ears. With incredible precision, the tiny bird removes its very first tick. Instead of, the giant relaxes as the irritating parasite disappears. One parasite after a tiny helper works with remarkable patience. Watching from nearby, more birds decide to join the remarkable rescue. Soon, the giant is surrounded by a dedicated team of tiny wildlife helpers. Their sharp eyesight allows them to spot parasites hidden deep inside the rhino's skin folds. For the first time in days, patches of healthy skin begin to reappear. Even the youngest bird eagerly joins the team, learning from the experienced adults. Together, the tiny birds transform teamwork into one of nature's most remarkable partnerships. Little by little, the overwhelming swarm begins to disappear. As the parasites vanish, the giant slowly regains its strength. Then, without warning, every bird suddenly stops. Something is approaching through the grass. Hidden among the tall grass, an unexpected visitor quietly watches the unusual partnership. Every bird scents danger at exactly the same moment. The giant calmly stands, placing itself between the stranger and its tiny helpers. For several long seconds, neither animal dares to make the first move. Realizing the giant is no easy target, the hyena quietly disappears. With the threat gone, the tiny birds return to finish what they started. Only a few stubborn parasites remain, and the birds quickly remove them one by one. For the first time in many days, the rhino's skin is almost completely clear. Strength returns to the giant with every peaceful breath. One powerful shake sends dust into the air, as if washing away days of discomfort. The journey continues, side by side, across the endless African grasslands. But another animal nearby is facing the same struggle. Without hesitation, the tiny helpers leave to a silent call for help. The giant quietly watches its little companions begin another remarkable mission. In nature, even the smallest wings can change the life of the mightiest giant. This is the story of the wild helpers,